They got the really nice cars in here. This side is absolutely perfect, has no damage. So one jump pack isn't enough. We're getting a second one right now. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nick and I really want a Jaguar F Type R. Now these cars go for over $100,000 at the dealership, but used you can get them for around $60,000, but that's still a little bit too much for me. Now I did find one at the Salvage auto auction and it is in the perfect spec. It has white exterior and red interior. Absolutely perfect combination. It has low mileage, 18,000 miles. It is a 2016, so it's not that new of a year, so it won't go for too much money. The current bid on it is only $15,200 and the car sells in just over an hour. Now, I got to this location to check out the car ahead of time just before I go ahead and place a bid on it. I'm really hoping to get a really good deal on this car because it isn't uncommon for cars to sell really cheap at these auctions. I'm just looking to get a really good deal on this car. If it sells for low enough, I'm definitely going to be interested in picking it up. It is listed as a run and drive, so I did bring my own booster pack because it is crazy cold out. I don't know if just one booster pack will be enough. I'm going to get that booster pack. We're going to go ahead, get inside, and we're going to start this thing up, hopefully. I really hope to start this thing up. From what I'm seeing in the pictures, it's a pretty good car. Doesn't have any structural damage, something that I would be really interested in getting if the price is right, of course. I don't want to go too high on it, but you never know with these auctions. It could go really cheap or it could go expensive. I'm really excited. I'm about to head inside, so I'm going to get the booster pack. I'm going to bring you guys with me. It's going to be really hard to record because it's extremely cold out, but I'll be sure to get a lot of good footage for you guys. So what makes the Jaguar F Type R such a nice car is the fact that it has 550 horsepower. And this specific one is a 2016, which is the first year they started making the all-wheel drive system. So all that power gets distributed along the four wheels and it can get speed really well off the dig. So that's a huge plus with this model in particular because it is all-wheel drive. Also, it is the V8 with an amazing exhaust note, all around amazing car for the money. It is a little expensive, but it's still worth it, I think. So especially for what they go for in these auctions, we might get a really good deal here. So I'm about to head inside and get started with that. That's it right there. They got the really nice cars in here. That's crazy.
Well, that's why they're in here.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they get some nice cars. Bentleys, Ferraris.
Wow, this thing looks amazing. Wow. This thing sells in 1 hour. This one sells in 1 hour. I just wanted to see it before bidding. It's right now it's at 15,200. Yeah.
Well, you have to wait at 18,000 miles.
Yeah, this thing's awesome.
Well, lights. Yeah.
Oh, they're just so cold. All right, let's head inside this thing. Wow. Super nice. Okay. Seatbelt blown. That's not a concern. Very weird. It's got a big gap here. See that? And it's small here. Ah. It's obviously because this side got pushed in. Okay, that's all dusty. This will be fixable. Side skirt cracked. A little bit of damage there. Hinges, A-pillar is all good. Definitely needs a new fender. Headlight is fine. This will buff out. Bumper is cracked. Will need replacing for sure. But good thing it's here. Little plastics there broken. Let's see what's going on in suspension. Suspension damage is the primary concern with this one. This side is absolutely perfect. Has no damage. There's that famous exhaust. Underneath in the back, everything looks good. Looks like it just unclipped from the little damage on this side. Now we do see that the damaged quarter panel has pushed in pretty hard here based on the gap with the trunk. This side is much bigger than this side. So I think quarter panel will need to be replaced. I don't think it's fixable like this. Wheels, the back wheel suspension is probably fine. The wheel though is cracked right here. Overall though, not bad, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing unexpected. Ripped fender liner, that's no problem. Let's try to get this hood open. Here we go. There we go. Very nice. All right.
See, I don't know anything about Jaguars.
Yeah. Apron here is mint. Won't need any work there. Headlight tab broken. It's actually right here. So let's keep that over here, even if I don't buy it, so someone has it in case they want to fix it. Because this headlight is definitely worth keeping. Fuse box open. Looks like it's only for the positive terminal it was open. Got the negative one here in case we need to jump it. Do not see a dipstick, but I do not expect any oil to be leaked out of here. We could check on the display inside the car in just a moment. So after I get this thing running, the only thing I'll have to check is the suspension, and otherwise this car is good to go. So let's go ahead and try to get this thing started. Blown airbag, blown seatbelt. Very nice seats with a little R. Looks like someone had a Red Bull right before they crashed. A really nice interior. I'll set the phone up back here for a very, very cold start. So one jump pack isn't enough. We're getting a second one right now to try and put two on and start it like that, because one wasn't enough. So we'll go ahead and put a second one on and give it another try. That was a pretty loud startup. Not disappointed. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit before I give it some gas to hear more of that. Runs very good. Very quiet, like everything should be. Let's check for any lights on the dash. Amazing interior, I love this thing. Only 18,800 miles. No check engine light on the dash. Everything looks good, nothing out of the ordinary. Display working great. Everything runs good. So at this point, we're just gonna wait for it to heat up a little bit, give it some gas. While it's warming up, I'll check the suspension. Just check to make sure that the top goes down perfectly. It doesn't interfere with the trunk space at all. Looks like the whole compartment is right here. Everything works great. Now, the only thing it comes down to is the selling price. That's what we're waiting on, coming up very shortly. Very, very nice car. Looking at the damage, we see that There's a lower control arm that is broken, snapped in half. There's also a sway bar that is broken. So those are just suspension parts that we will replace. Nothing bad. Oh yeah, and the axle also. Other than that, the car is in immaculate condition. Didn't find any damage that I wasn't expecting. Hopefully it doesn't go for too much and we're able to pick this thing up. Now this car has warmed up enough. I think it's time we give it some gas. This might be loud. That is what makes this car so special. Crazy, right?
Okay.
Craziest sound out of the factory. I don't know any car that does that. It's completely stock exhaust. So imagine driving past a cop in this thing, right?
Yeah, right.
You get pulled over and you're like, hey, I bought the car just like this. It's completely stock, not modified.
Yeah.
You don't mind if I give it a little bit more? This thing crackles at about 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs. One more exhaust clip from the back and that'll be enough revving. Because I wasn't able to get enough revving clips of that car, I'm gonna add some videos in right now so you guys can see the full capability of the Jaguar F Type with a V8 engine. Lit up. The passenger side headlight does not have power to it. Oh, because it's disconnected here, so that's good actually. We know that everything there is okay. Very nice, very excited. Hopefully this thing doesn't go for too much and we'll be able to buy it. Huge issue here. The shock tower has a puncture through it from the shock, from the damage. The only way this could be repaired is an entire section be cotton welded into here. So that's definitely going to be factored into the price that I'm willing to pay for this thing, but not a complete deal breaker. That seam where the shock tower sits, so definitely not good. Maybe that's why people aren't bidding on it, but it's still worth it for the amount of money that it's going for right now. Just not much more than that. So still very interested in this car and definitely gonna throw a bid on it. Alright guys, so after checking out the car, I found a lot more damage than I had even expected to be there. So after I checked it out, there was about 25 minutes left until the car sold on auction. So the damage I found on the shock tower wasn't an immediate deal breaker, but I did want to find out a lot more information about how it would fix such damage or how much it would cost in general just to fix something like that, where I could get the part or if it's even available. But 25 minutes wasn't enough time for me to find enough information, make enough calls, so I decided to lower my maximum bid on that car and it went for just over my maximum bid. I figured I'd still give it a shot, give it a little bit of a lowball bid just in case, but it still went too much. Just for the amount of risk that I was willing to take with this car, it went for too much. But I still think whoever bought it got an amazing deal. I'm sure that damage isn't that bad to repair. It was just a little bit too much for me and I just have to wait for the next one. Had that damage not been there, I would have definitely picked that thing up. So I'm gonna show you how much the car sold for. I'm gonna do this by using the website called autoauctions.io. With this website, you can see sale price history on cars that were sold on the salvage auction. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up on the screen right now. This Jaguar F Type was sold for $17,800 bid. Now there are some fees associated with it, but they're not too bad. It's gonna be like about $1,500 on the fees to buy it out of the auction. That's the auction fees for it. Nonetheless, still an amazing deal. Roughly, I would say $8,000 in repairs. So I think whoever bought this car can be all in on the car for under $30,000, which is still an amazing deal for a car that costs $60,000 in its current state. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. I replied to pretty much every comment. I will still be getting a high horsepower German car that's coming up very soon on the auction. I can't wait to reveal that to you guys. But besides that, I will be buying a 2003 BMW 540i, and I will be restoring that. So if you guys are excited for that, it is actually an M Sport 2. Also guys, I found this really nice car I want to restore. This is a 2003 BMW 540i. It is automatic, but it has the M Sport package. As you can see with the wheels, it's got the nice wheels on it. Really long time. So I want to go ahead and restore this car. It's been flooding in there, so the seat is probably destroyed. The window doesn't work, so it's been leaking a lot of water from the rain and it's been rotting inside. But this car is super nice, super clean from the outside, so I definitely want to restore this thing. This is something else I'll be doing other than the rebuild I'll be doing very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you want to see this restoration, make sure to subscribe and hit notifications to not miss that upload. So that BMW 540i is a 2003 automatic. Now the issue that it has is that leaking window and a blown head gasket. The head gasket shouldn't be too expensive to replace. I expect it to be between $40 and $80 like an AutoZone. So that's the only things that are wrong with that car basically. Other than that, it's perfect. If you do want to see that restoration, definitely subscribe. I will be doing that very soon. So that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Although I didn't get the car, I still enjoyed going out there, checking it out. The exhaust was worth the visit there in itself. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, or you want to see the cars I'm gonna be getting in the future, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.